The next point that we will see is uh, different mode of operations, different configurations in which the BJT can be working. So based on the terminals that we are having, so there are three terminals. So these three terminals can be used to configure our device, that is BJT, in different modes. Basically, this configuration is decided by like what terminal is going to be common between the input and the output. Okay, so based on the terminal which is common between the input or output terminal, we will be deciding three different configurations. Okay, so the three different configurations will be common base, common emitter, and common collector. Okay, so we have, suppose this is our BJT and we need to bias it. So this is NPN transistor. Okay, so to be working this transistor in as a transistor, it should be working in active region basically. Okay, so in active region, this input region should be biased in forward bias. Okay, so we need to apply a positive voltage here, and similarly in the output side it should be reverse bias. Okay, so we will be reverse biasing it, so we will apply positive and a negative this way. Okay, so this is how we will be biasing. So once we have biased this, okay, so one we can note it here, this is base, this is emitter, and this is collector. So this is one example. Okay, so here base, emitter, and collector. So this emitter is common between the input side, so this is where we will be providing the input. Okay, so this is the input region, and this is where we will be getting the output region. So output will be a current. Okay, so output will be the collector current. So collector current will be the output, and that output will be depending based on the base current, whatever input will be there. So input here is the base current. So with respect to the variation in base current, the collector current will be varying. Okay, in that, this emitter, the emitter terminal is common between your input and output side. Okay, so based on this we will say like this is a common emitter configuration. Okay, similarly when base is common between input and output, we will be calling it common base. Okay, and similarly if it is collector, that collector terminal is common between input and output regions, we will be calling it common collector. So this is how the BJT can be configured into three different configurations, and these three different configurations are having their respective advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so we will see that uh, three different configurations of BJT one by one. Okay, so first we will see is common base. Okay, so suppose we are having common base configuration, that means the motive in the common base configuration is like here. If it is common base means base terminal will be common between input and output, input and output side. Okay, so this is the basic configuration of BJT as a common base configuration. So in this case, common base configuration. This is the base is common between input and output. Okay, and also this transistor to be working in active mode, we will be biasing with respect to that. Okay, so transistor action will only be taking place in active mode only. Okay, so we will be biasing with respect to the active mode configuration. So here, this is, suppose this is PNP and this one is NPN. So any of the PNP or NPN transistor we can configure. So if it is PNP, so this would be biased in forward region. So P should be connected to positive terminal. Okay, and N should be connected to negative. Similarly, in the output side, the P region is there, so this P should be reverse bias. Okay, so this should be reverse bias, so this P should be connected to negative terminal of the battery. Okay, so this should be forward bias. So this is the configuration, and as we have discussed in the previous class, the flow of current will be such that, so always, like emitter is there, so with respect to the symbol we can just see here. So if this is the symbol of PNP transistor, so the current, emitter current, so this arrow in the symbol basically indicates the emitter current. So emitter current is going to be inside, then the collector and base will be outside. Why? Because the IE is equals to IC plus IB. Okay, so this will be the current directions. Okay, and similar to this, we can configure the NPN transistor also. So to make NPN transistor, the input side should be forward bias. To make forward bias, N should be connected to negative terminal of the battery. Similarly, in case of output side, it should be reverse bias. So to reverse bias this N terminal, it should be connected to positive terminal. Okay, so similarly the case, if NPN transistor is there, the current will be, this is emitter current direction outside, so it will be outside emitter current, and then the collector and base current should be the inside. Okay, so this is how we should be biasing the transistor as a common base configuration. Okay, so here all the current directions will be based on the whole flow basically. Okay, so the electron flow indicate the opposite direction of current flow, and whole direction will be the same way the current direction. Okay, so holes are flowing, once we will be biasing it, holes will be flowing from this P side to N side. Okay, so that's why holes will be moving from here to here, that's why the current direction will be in this way. Similarly in this case, holes will be moving from this side, P side to N side. Okay, so the current direction should be this way. Okay, so this is how the current directions are basically uh, indicated. Okay, so we can just write all current directions will refer to conventional or whole flow. Okay, rather than electrons. So whatever whole direction is there, that will be the direction of current in transistors. Okay, so we will see different regions of operation. Okay, so in that case, if it is in active region, okay, so if it is in active region, you can just see, like if it is biased to be operating in active region, then the emitter junction should be forward bias and the collector junction should be reverse bias. Okay, and also we know the current will be given by like IE is equals to IB plus IC. Okay, and also if this is the case, uh, the case of like it is common uh, base is there. Okay, so if common base is there, the current gain is given by alpha. Okay, so here the current gain will be alpha, and this alpha will be equals to output current divided by the input current. So output current here is the collector current divided by the input current, that is the IE. Okay, or we can call it like the IC will be alpha times IE. Okay, so this will be your transistor action. Through that, the output current, that is collector current, will be alpha times, or the gain times, the input current, that is the emitter current. Okay, so in all these configurations, we will basically plot two different characteristics. So one is input characteristics, second one is output characteristics. Okay, so in input characteristics, always we like from the input side. So from the input side, the characteristics will be given like we will be plotting the current. Okay, so in the input side, we will be plotting the current, and in that current, that will be the function of different uh, components. Like this current, whatever current we are going to plot, this current will be function of different terminals, like the voltage that we are applying. Okay, so here whatever the characteristics is there in case of input, so the current will be function of the VEB voltage that we are applying. Okay, so whatever EB voltage or this voltage we are applying, with respect to that EB voltage there, so based on this EB voltage, the current will be depending. Okay, and also it will be depending on the voltage between these two terminals, like output side, that is VBC. So this VBC value will also be depending on this, affecting this current basically. Okay, so here the input characteristics in case of common base will be given like here the V, if we write here, so VEB, that will be a positive voltage, so VEB will be a function of IE, and also this VBC. Okay, so the input characteristics will be plotted with respect to this. Okay, and in case of output characteristics, output characteristics will be given by like IC. We will be plotting IC, and this IC will be function of, that is output current, will be function of the output voltage. Along with that, it will be function of the input current also. Okay, so it will be function of IE and the VCE, that is output voltage, VC. Okay, so in the input case, we will be having the variation of VEB, that will be function with respect to the current and the output. Sorry, this is a voltage. VBC voltage will be there. Okay, so two characteristics we need to plot. So once we are going to analyze the common emitter, common collector, and common base configurations, we need to basically go with the plot, like how the input and output characteristics are going to be vary based on the different uh, variation in the current and voltages. Okay, so this is the input characteristics. So this input characteristics in case of common base, so it input characteristics are also given as driving point characteristics. Okay, so input characteristics is also called driving point characteristics. Okay, so input characteristics is like the output side we can just neglect, like output side if we have neglected. So input side is similar to a forward bias diode. Okay, so input side is similar to a forward bias diode. So in the input side, the characteristics will be given by like a diode, similar to a diode we will be getting the characteristics. So in the diode, it was like initially there will be when applied diode voltage is there. So this diode voltage will be starting with 0 and we are going to increase. So as we are increasing the diode voltage, it will be the showing off state till there is a point called knee voltage or threshold voltage of the transistor. So as the threshold voltage cross, the current will increase in through the diode. So this is the input characteristics. Okay, so it is similar to the diode characteristics. So input characteristic will be the IE will be plotting this IE will be in milliamperes because it is forward bias. So if it is forward bias, it will be in milliampere. If it is reverse bias, the current will be in micro or nano amperes. Okay, so in forward bias, IE will be in milliamperes. Okay, and the VBE, that is the base to emitter voltage that we are applying, will be this way. Okay, and it will be like a diode characteristics, and that diode characteristics will be given for a particular VCB, because we have just seen here like uh, VEB will be a function of IE and VBC. Okay, so it will be also a function of output voltage. So output voltage, that is voltage across the base and collector junction. Okay, so the base and collector junction will be the function. So based on like if base to collector voltage is suppose 1, and if we are increasing it by 10, it will be having the characteristic like the current will be increasing for the same voltage. So if we say uh, draw a line, we can just see like suppose at 0.8 volt at VCB equals to 1 volt, the current is this. Similarly, if we are increasing the VCB to 10 volt, the current will be given by this. Okay, so here the emitter current is increasing as we are increasing the VCB voltage. Okay, that is output voltage. Okay, so in the input characteristic, the diode, it will be showing the diode characteristics as we are increasing the VBE, the emitter current will be increasing, and also this emitter current will be increasing as we are increasing the output of voltage. Okay, or the voltage across the junction of collector junction side. So if we are increasing the collector junction side the output voltage, it will be increasing the uh, current, emitter current. Okay, so this was the input uh, characteristics. Similarly, we will be observing the output characteristics. So output characteristics is also called collector characteristics. Okay, so it is called collector characteristics. So in that collector characteristics, we will be observing the output current, that is IC. Okay, so we will be observing the output current that will be a function of the voltage, that is VCB. So VCB is the voltage that is across this junction. So across this collector junction, the voltage that we are applying is VCB. Okay, so here in this case, we can just see like the plotting will be like if it is uh, PNP side, the voltage that we are applying is VBC. Okay, BC will be a positive value. Okay, similarly in case of NPN side, the voltage that we are applying is like NPN side is there. So the voltage that we are applying is this one is positive and this one is negative. So VCB will be positive. We are applying VCB positive, and here VBC is positive. Okay, so if the characteristics is plotted, so we can just see here. So characteristics is as it is going to increase it in positive side, which is VCB. So VCB means this plot is for NPN transistor. So that plot is basically for NPN transistor is there. Okay, so this common base uh, configuration is there for NPN transistor. Okay, so this is also for NPN transistor. Okay, so in that case we can just observe like in this output characteristics we will be able to observe three different regions that we have already studied, like three different modes: active mode, saturation mode, and cutoff mode. So the cutoff mode will be obtained when we are having like cutoff means, in case of cutoff, just we can write. So in cutoff case, in cutoff mode, we can see like the uh, emitter junction will be like reverse bias, we can say. Emitter junction is reverse bias and collector junction is also reverse bias, then cutoff is observed. So if we are making the input side is also reverse bias, if we are reverse biasing this input side, that means there will be no current flowing. This diode is open circuit, so only the current will be flowing is because of this. Okay, so at that time the current will be flowing is, so the IC that we can observe here is IC will be equals to IC will be equals to basically alpha times IE plus ICO. So one thing we can just see from here. So in this case, the current that will be is because of the far majority carrier current, and also because of the reverse bias current, that is leakage current or saturation current. So the overall current that we will be flowing is IC will be equals to alpha times IE plus ICO. But as the emitter junction is reverse bias, so this IE will be equals to 0. Okay, so this side it will be 0. So only ICO will be remaining. So when cutoff region is there, the current that will be flowing is only ICO, that is the leakage current. Okay, so we will just observe like this will be the condition when IE is equals to 0. Okay, so IE in this config characteristics, IE is 0 at this level. Okay, so this is showing the IE is equals to 0 milliampere. Okay, so this is the IE equals to 0 region. So at that time the current, that is IC value, will be IC will be equals to ICO. Okay, and this ICO is also called ICBO, we have seen in the previous class. Okay, so ICBO is collector current when base terminal is open. Okay, so in the configuration this was the base, so base is open, that means this is open circuited at that time whatever current is flowing. Okay, so at that time the ICO value will be in microamperes. Okay, so it will be in microampere. So all the currents that we are plotting is in milliampere. Okay, so this is IC is milliampere. Okay, this 1 2 3 is milliampere, but this ICO, that is leakage current, is microampere. That's why it will be equivalent to 0. It will be showing current that will be equivalent to 0 only. Okay. So if we are going to operate this common base configuration such that it is going to operate beyond this IE equals to 0 region, then this will be considered as cutoff region. Okay, so this region will be called cutoff region. Okay, so in that cutoff region, the current through the output current will be only the ICO or the leakage current. Okay, similarly we will see the saturation region. So saturation region will be the region beyond this VCB equals to 0. So VCB, that is, this is the 0 level. So beyond this 0, in the negative side it will be saturation. Why? Because, so what is the condition for saturation? So basically for saturation, we know for saturation both the junctions should be forward bias. Okay, so emitter junction should be forward bias and the collector junction should also be forward bias. Okay, so both the junctions should be forward bias. Okay, so we can just see, suppose this is the configuration and we need to forward bias, this is already forward bias and we need to forward bias this one, and that is the collector junction. So to forward bias this junction we need to apply the VCB. If it is positive it will be reverse bias. Okay, but when we apply VCB negative, then it will be forward bias. okay, then JC will be forward bias. Okay, so when we are applying VCB negative, so in that case, if VCB is positive, then at that time the collector junction will be reverse bias. But beyond this, like when VCB is negative, okay, when VCB is negative here, at that time the collector junction will be forward bias. So that forward bias region will be calling like the emitter junction and collector junction both have become forward bias. Then that region of operation will be considered as saturation region. Okay, so in that saturation region we can just see, so this is the current. Okay, so in the saturation also the current will be given by like IC is equals to alpha IE plus ICO, and this current was because of the reverse bias. But now this junction, collector junction, has become forward bias. Okay, so if it is forward bias means this will be very high. Okay, because if it is forward current it will be in milliamperes, but it was reverse bias current, so it was in microampere. So if it was a microampere, it is suppose at constant emitter, suppose emitter is 2 milliampere, IE is equals to 2 milliampere. So alpha multiplied by 2 milliampere will be some value. Okay, so suppose alpha is equals to 1 at that time, so it will be 2 milliampere plus ICO was in microampere, so that's why overall the current was 2 milliampere only. But as the CO, that is reverse bias current, now has become forward bias in saturation, then that current will also be very high, so that current will be comparable to milliampere. Okay, so that current also be in milliamperes. Okay, so the overall current that we will be getting is, that means the ICU is going to vary or going to increase very rapidly. So in that case the collector current now that we can get is in negative direction. It will be, this ICU will be in negative direction, because when it is reverse bias, so when it is reverse bias we are applying negative, so this will be positive and this will be negative at that time. So this will be positive and this will be negative. So the current will be flowing is this way. So this current will be flowing. So ICO at that time when it is operating in saturation, then it will be flowing opposite to IC. Okay. So the current will be the difference of these two currents. So it will be in negative. Okay. We can just make sure it will be negative. So the overall IC will be going to reduce. Okay. So overall IC will be going to reduce because the collector junction has become forward bias in saturation region. So that's increase will be exponential. So exponential increase is there. So similarly, the IC will be decreasing exponentially as the forward bias region current is going to increase exponentially. So that's why the characteristics in this region, that means in saturation region, is like instead of being constant, it will immediately reduce. Okay, so the collector current will be reducing exponentially instead of being constant. So in this active region the current will be constant, because current will be given by emitter current multiplied by current again plus the leakage current. So that leakage current is very less, so that's why the emitter current will be sorry, the collector current will be equivalent to the current again multiplied by emitter current. Okay, so but in saturation it will be decreasing exponentially, so that's why the curve will be looking like this in saturation region. So this is the region when the JC is forward bias. Okay, so this was the saturation region. Similarly, now we will see the active region. So in active region the emitter junction will be forward bias and collector junction will be reverse bias. So if this is the case, at that time the current will be flowing, that is output current will be alpha times IE plus ICO. Then this ICO is also called as ICBO. So ICBO is the collector current when base is open. So base side, that is input side, is open, then at that time this will be the ICBO. Okay. So in that case, so whatever emitter current is there with respect to that multiplied by gain, that will be constant current, that is called collector current. Okay. So in this region, if uh, once it has reached into the active region, so this is the point when active region, this is the VCB voltage when the transistor is going to be entering into the active region. So as the transistor has entered into active region, the at that time the collector current will be independent of the VCE, VCB, whatever VCB we are applying, that will be independent because the current has become a constant. So at that time the current will be constant in case of active region. Okay. So this is the basic operation of common base configuration, and in that case also VCO that is there. So VCO is there, like it will be ICBO. So ICBO is common base. Okay, so this is collector base region, the current in collector base region such that emitter is open, so we will be calling it ICBO is collector to collector to base current when emitter is open. So this is the configuration to evaluate the ICO or ICBO. Okay, so at that time the transistor configuration will be looking like this. Emitter will be open circuited. At that time emitter current will be 0. So IE is 0. Okay, at that time the collector current will be only equal to ICBO. Okay, so collector current, so it will be equals to the collector current. Okay, and one more point, we need to just see the gain, the current gain, or we can call it like the current gain. So current gain is basically defined by alpha. Current gain for common base configuration is defined by alpha. Okay, and this alpha is defined for two different uh, points. Like if it is a DC operating, then the alpha is defined by alpha DC, and this alpha DC will be equals to IC, that is output current, divided by IE. So it is output current divided by input current. So this is IDC. IDC means at fixed operating point. At DC operating point. So for DC configuration, the operating point will be fixed. Okay, so fixed operating point will be there in case of DC. So similarly, if we talk about AC alpha, alpha for AC input, at that time the operating point will be varying. Operating point will not be a fixed value. At that time the alpha will be given by like change in IC divided by change in IE, or change in output current divided by change in input current. You can just write change in output current divided by change in input current. So this will be your alpha IC, and this alpha IC will be defined change in IC divided by change in IE at, so this will be defined uh, at uh, at that time the V, if we are talking about the configuration, like, so this is the NPN transistor, so in that NPN case the VCB, so VCB will be constant at that time, the VCB will be constant. Okay, so here, so change in IC divided by change in IE when VCB is constant. Okay, but in case of DC, in that case in DC always DC is defined for what fixed voltage, so there is no need to write like VCB is constant, because it is operating at DC only, so at DC IC and IE and all the components voltages that we are applying will be a fixed voltage, that voltage is not varying. Okay, that's why it is operating at fixed operating point. But in case of IC AC case, the operating point operating point will be changing, or we can say operating point is a variable operating point. Okay, so this is how it is defined. Okay, and if we talk about the biasing, suppose we are going to take about how the biasing is done. So just biasing means how we will be providing this common base configuration to be biased for NPN and PNP transistors. So if it is PNP transistor, for that biasing will be like pointing in. Okay, so the current direction will be pointing inside. If it is NPN, that means not pointing in. Okay, so here if we talk about NPN and PNP transistors, okay, suppose this is PNP. Okay, so if it is PNP, so this is the symbol for PNP. So in that case, PNP is, in that case the arrow is pointing in. Okay, so pointing in means we can write like PNP is pointing in. Pointing in means we need to bias this side such that it should be the current should be pointing inside. So pointing in indicates like P and in N. So P and it is there. So P and P. So it is P and P. So P and side should be pointing in. Okay. Similarly, if we talk about the NPN, so NPN will be not pointing in. So not pointing in means not and pointing in for N. So it is NPN. So NPN. So NPN will not be pointing in. That means it will be pointing out. Okay. So we need to bias this configuration, this transistor, such that the current should be pointing out or not pointing in. Okay. So this is how you can just remember. So it is NPN, so it will be not pointing in. If it is PNP, it is pointing in. We need to bias such that the current direction should be pointing in case of PNP, and we should be bias uh, this NPN transistor such that the current is not pointing in. The current will not be pointing in. The current will be pointing out. Okay. So the next point we will see is common collector side. Okay. So the next is, that is second one, that is, sorry, common emitter side. Okay, so in this common emitter side, this will be the configuration. Okay, so here we are having, so common emitter means the emitter terminal will be common between the input side and output side. So we will be providing an input from the base terminal and we will be taking the output from the collector terminal. Okay, in the common base case also, the output we are taking from the collector side, but the input we are providing is from the emitter side. Okay, in case of common base. But now in case of common collector, we will be providing the input from the common base and we will be taking output from the collector terminal. Okay, so this will the configuration. If NPN transistor is there, okay, we need to bias such that this should be forward bias and output side should be reverse bias. So if it is NPN, the current direction will be such that, so this is the overall current, that this is current because of the majority charge carriers, and the current main current will be flowing between IC and IE. Okay, and the base current will be very less. This is represented by a small or a thin line. Okay, and the thick line represents the IC and IE basically. Okay, the direction. Similarly, with NPN transistor, we will be biasing this way. The emitter will be common between input and output side. Okay, and we will be providing the input with base current and output as the collector current. Okay, so we can just and once we have biased, we need to plot the input characteristics and the output characteristics. We need to see like how the input characteristics and output characteristics is going to be varying with different biasing configurations. Okay, so here we can just write, so common collector uh, collect if it is, sorry, common emitter is there, then emitter is common to both input and output side. Okay, so here emitter will be common between between uh, input and output side, and also we need to see that the input characteristics, we will be plotting the input characteristics and the output characteristics. Okay, so here input characteristics and the output characteristics. So input characteristics will be plotted like, it will be V BE. So we need to see this way, like NPN transistor is there. So VBE will be the function of IB. Okay, so it will be function of IB and the function of the voltage between the collector and emitter. So collector and emitter, so it will be VCE. Okay, similarly in case of output characteristics, we will be plotting IC, and this IC, that is output current, will be function of the base current, that is input current. Base current is input current, so it will be function of input current, and also the voltage across this base to emitter configuration, that is VCE. So we need to plot these two configurations for input characteristics and the output characteristics. Okay, so before that we will just see, like in case of uh, output characteristics plot, we can just see like the IC will be in milliampere, but this IB will be in microampere. Okay, and also the IB curve is not uh, is not horizontal uh, because of the VC, whatever VC influence of IC is there. So with respect to that, IB will not be, you can say, horizontal as in the case of common base configuration was there. So we can just see the plot. So if we go with the plot, we can just see this is the plot. Okay, so here this is the input plot or input characteristics, and this is output characteristics. Okay, so in input characteristics it will be similar to the diode characteristics. Okay, so we will be plotting the IB. So as the uh, base side, base emitter junction, or you can call it the base emitter junction or emitter junction is forward bias, so current will be in, so always this base current will be in microamperes because it is very less is there, because we have made the base very thin. So the base current is very less compared to the collector and emitter current. That's why the in case of forward bias uh, characteristics also, or input characteristics also, the base current will be in microamperes. Okay, and that will be depending on base to emitter voltage with constant VCE. So at constant VCE, we will be having this plot. Okay, so if we are increasing the VCE, the base current is going to reduce. Okay, so we can just see this way at the different points. We can just see. So if VCE is 1 volt, the IB is high. When we are increasing the VCE, the IB is going to reduce. Okay, so this reduction will be because of the effect of VCE on IC. So as we are going to increase the, we can just see from here. So as we are going to increase the VCE, if we are going to increase the VCE, IC is somewhat increasing. So when IC is increasing, but we know like IE is equals to IC plus IB. So if IC is increasing with increase in VCE, if we are increasing the VCE, IC is going to increase, because if IC is increasing, then IB should be reducing. Okay, or we can just see vice versa. If IB is reducing, then IC will be increasing. So instead of being IB constant, this or this IC constant, for a constant IB, this IC is going to increase slightly. So this slightly increase is because the IB is going to reduce with respect to the VCE voltage. Okay, so this will be the configuration in case of input side. In case of output side, we will be plotting uh, the output characteristics. So IC will be in milliamperes. That will be function of IC will be function of VCE. So as we are going to increase the VCE, the current will be increasing. Okay, and this slightly increase because of the IB is having the relation with respect to VCE. Okay, and the saturation region will be plotted like so. Saturation region will be the case where the collector junction is forward biased. So that will be the case where we see that VCE value is called VCE saturation. So VCE saturation is the value when the collector junction is forward biased. So beyond this, the collector junction will be forward biased. So at that case, the sudden decrease in the collector current will be observed. Okay, and also when IB equals to 0 microampere, at that time this IB equals to 0 microampere will not be equals to here 0 IC value. So in the common base case, the IC value was 0 at that time, emitter current was 0, and beyond that the cutoff region was there. But in this case, some IB value, suppose if IB value is 0, in that case also there will be some IC will be flowing, and that IC will be the leakage current. So this will be leakage current that will not be equals to 0. So this leakage current, this will be the leakage current. But this leakage current will not be in be 0 or very will not be very less. It will be high. So this leakage current will be high. That's why when IB equals to 0 microampere, then also there will be some current IC is flowing. So beyond this, the region is called cutoff region. Okay, so this current that is flowing, that leakage current is flowing, is called ICEO. That will be beta times IBO. So we will see that in the calculation, like how it is observed. So it is not being equals to 0. Okay, so this is the output characteristics. So we will just see. So in the previous case, like we have seen, IC was equals to alpha times IE plus ICO. This was the case for common base configuration. Okay, so in the common base we have seen, and also we know like IE is equals to IC plus IB. Okay, by KCL, this is by KCL. If we put the value of IE here, we can just see like IC is equals to alpha times IC plus IB plus ICO. Okay, we have just put IE value. So from there we can calculate if we want to find out the IC, and we will take the alpha value this way. So it will be like alpha times IB divided by, this will be 1 minus alpha plus ICO 1 minus alpha. This is observed from here. Okay, so this we have observed from just some manipulation of this configuration value. Suppose we are talking about the common emitter case. So in common emitter case, the output current, that is IC, so this output current will be depending on the, or will be proportional to, you can say, IB, the input current. So this is given by, like, in this, in common emitter case, the current gain is represented by beta. Okay, so beta will be representing the current gain. So at that time the output current will be given by like beta times the input current plus leakage current. So it will be because of, this is corrected current will be because of the majority current. So this is the majority current, and the minority current will be given by like ICEO. Okay, because this is ICEO means collector to emitter current when base is open. Okay, so this is the minority current, this is majority current. Okay, so this is the case when common emitter configuration is there. So if we compare this, and this is for common base. Okay, so if we compare these two, we can just compare these two. It is also in terms of IB and ICO, some leakage current, and this we have modified this so that it will be in terms of IB, that is base current, and this way. So if we compare this from here, we can just get like the beta value will be equals to alpha by 1 minus alpha. Okay, and also ICB, sorry, ICEO, that is the collector to emitter leakage current when base is open, that will be equals to ICO divided by 1 minus alpha. Okay, or ICEO, ICO is also called ICBO divided by 1 minus alpha. So this is the leakage current in case of common base case, and this is the leakage current when common emitter case is there. So what is the relation, we can just see from here. So if suppose alpha varies, alpha basically uh, varies between 0.99 or 0.98. Okay, so this is the case. So it is very close to 1, you can say alpha is very close to 1 always. Okay, but it is slightly less than 1. So if we put the value, suppose alpha, if suppose alpha is equals to 0.996 is there. Okay, if in this case alpha is equals to 0.96, if we put the alpha 0.96, we can get like ICEO will be equals to like 250 times ICBO or 250 times ICO. Okay, that means we can say like ICEO is very less than ICO. What does it mean? The leakage current, this means the leakage current in common emitter case is very high than leakage current in common base configuration. Okay, that means when the input side is open, at that time whatever leakage current is there, that will be there our collector or output current. So output current will be very high compared to the uh, common base configuration in common emitter when the input side is open. That means in cutoff region, the leakage current, cutoff region, the current is because of the leakage current only. So in cutoff region, the leakage current will be very high compared to the, in case of common emitter, will be very high leakage current compared to the common base region. So that's why in the output characteristics, instead of this collector current is 0 when IB is 0, this is not the not case. This is the not the case because here the leakage current is very high in case of common emitter configuration. That's why at that time the IC will not be equals to 0 when IB equals to 0. Okay, so this is here written here. So it is ICEO is beta times ICBO, or okay. So how, from where this has occurred? Okay, so we have just seen. So this is the case. So here ICEO. So 1 by 1 minus alpha is equals to 1 plus beta is there. Okay, so 1 by beta is equals to, okay, or we can just write ICEO 1 when declared, it will be beta times ICO or beta times ICBO. So you need to just identify ICEO is the leakage current in case of common emitter, and this is the leakage current in case of common base, and it is having the relation like it will be this common emitter configuration case leakage current is beta times the common base leakage current, and common base leakage current is very low, but beta is very high in case of common emitter, so it will be the leakage current will be very high. That's why the emitter current is the collector current, that is output current, will not be equals to 0 when base current is 0. Okay, so this is the relation between the current gain in case of common base and common emitter configuration. Okay, so this relation is basically observed when the base current is 0. So when, if we talk about the cutoff, when cutoff is there, IB will equals to 0, IB will be equals to 0. At that time, the IC, that is the output current, this output current will be equals to ICO divided by 1 minus alpha, or it will be ICEO, okay, or we can write like it will be ICBO 1 minus alpha. This is the case when IB is equals to 0. Okay, or we can also write it will be ICBO. We can write it will be 1 plus beta times ICBO when IB equals to 0. So basically this occurs when IB equals to 0 only. Okay, so therefore we can just see in case
Excuse me,
of
sir.
cutoff region. Yes.
So we had a data structure class.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just completing. Okay. So this was all about your common emitter configuration. So here also we need to define the current gain. So current gain is defined by the beta value. Okay. So beta DC we have defined. So beta DC will be output current divided by input current, that is IB. Similarly, beta AC will be change in IC, that is output current, divided by change in IB. And this will be the case when VCE is equals to a constant value. Okay. So this is all about your common emitter configuration. The next point, that is carbon collector, we will see into the next class basically.